Monday morning and my van won't start. Does this sometimes and then... So I can hear it clicking in the corner. And then... randomly starts. So, no idea. Tried taking it to Auto Electrics, however they've said, you know, the problem needs to be there for them to start diagnosing it. And every time I go, obviously it's working because I've driven there. Right, off to the yard. Busy week as always. Right, it was nice this weekend because I didn't have football and I was able to just sort of relax with Anson and Rachel, and you know, we went to the yard, took Anson to the yard to get shown the digger because I was telling him about it, and he was like, I want to see the digger, Daddy, I want to see the digger, Daddy. And I didn't realise I got a photo of Anderson when I bought obviously the first digger with the one ton, which, like, obviously most people watching will probably think, oh, 1 ton digger, but like at the time it was like, I remember thinking, oh my god, like I own a digger, I own a mini digger. Like when you start out as a builder, like to have a mini digger's like, when I was younger than that I used to think, oh, like that'd be amazing, and now I've got 2. But I took Anderson and Rachel and we just obviously went round the yard showing them different bits. What's that, Anderson? What is it? Is it an engine? Yeah, look. What's this one? Is that a forklift? Have you got one of them?
Yeah.
Is Daddy's bigger than yours?
Yeah.
Do you want to sit on the forklift? You want to go on the digger?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Come on then, this way. Watch out, Daddy carry you. Right there, Daddy, open the digger. Yeah. Ready, Anderson? What's your legs? Oh, you're heavy, but aren't you? You ready? Wow, look at that. Are you going to go on the digger?
I like the plastic.
It's still got the plastic on. Should we pull it off?
Yeah.
Ready? Oh, don't worry, pull it off. Ready, Anderson, pull it off. Oh. You got it off?
Tell us Chinese looks like a random animal.
Rhino. Rhino?
I know, but why would they have a rhino on there? It's like
I
that.
don't know, maybe that's like the make of the... You gonna sit on?
Let me go this way.
No, you just sit on, come.
Like that.
You're gonna sit on Daddy's lap. Ready? No, we don't need that one for now, ready? Sit on Daddy's lap. Ready? Oh! Should we start it up? Oh! Ready? Oh! Be careful. Oh. Ready? Shall we look, Hanson, look, what? So today, I was going to start my sister's extension today, doing the piling. However, I need to go to Norton Scrap and see my mate and pick up a heavy weight for the winch. So he sent me a picture of some that someone's brought in. Someone's brought in like a steel tubes and they're filled with concrete. So I don't know whether they've tried to have the company off by weighing in some concrete as steel. But we'll go and they'll do us perfect. So I'll get them, and then Ronnie's away on holiday. So Ronnie's gone away on holiday to Benidorm. I hope he's having fun. However, he's left us in the crap because he was meant to get this staircase done in 4 days, and he's on like day 11 now. And now he's gone to Benidorm, so the customer's going to have to wait for that, unless that's not worth, like, I want Ronnie to do that job, so I want him to do it start to finish so that, you know, he can he can show off his skills and whatever, and make sure everything's right as well. So I'm going to try and tie up loads of these little jobs. So Phil and Labby set up scaffolding last week, so I'm going to go there now, get that job done. Mick and Scott have gone to the job that Dave's doing the wall on. However, Dave's now gone away for a week. He's doing uni work and whatever, so good luck to Dave if he's got tests and whatever. He's in uni doing structural engineering, so I hope he has a good week of exams and revision and whatever else. And then we'll pick that back up next Monday, or Monday's bank holiday, isn't it? So Tuesday. God, there's loads of bank holidays, isn't it? But today I want to just try and box off loads of these little jobs that have been building up, and yeah, and then we can start my sister's extension with like a clean slate then. So do I take one of these vans? Because these vans are outside the yard now, they're normally outside the jobs. However, because we've got little jobs on the go and the extension job we're on, there's no space to put it. We've just been obviously leaving them here and then going around the jobs with like one run with the tippers. So I keep talking about whether to sell one of these tippers, this one, the black one, because I prefer the other one, and get a Luton box van for windows and doors. I mean, I am going to get one. It's just money, everything's money. And this morning, so cherry picker, I done a thing and rang me bank and was like, oh, can I get a loan for this cherry picker? And they were like, yeah, let's put you through. And they were going on about this and that, and I said, she said, what about a credit card? And I said, I've got a credit card. And I went through and I said, I don't really use it, and I had like a 15 grand limit on my credit card, and I just thought it was like stupid percent, like 20% on your credit card. So I've always like used it, and then at the end of the month it pays it off, so just to get your credit score up. So when I spoke to them on the phone, they were like, well, you can do a balance transfer of £10,000 on your credit card to your bank, and then you can spend that, and that's interest free for 18 months. And I was like, what? So I was like, okay, there must be a catch here. And obviously they want you to go over the 18 months, I suppose, and then they start charging interest. But I thought, right, let's do that then. So I'd done it all went fine. Charged me 2%, I think it was, so it was £280 to borrow £10,000 for 18 months, and I thought, that's brilliant, that'll do me. So I've gone ahead and done that, and then I got an email saying, oh look, we're going to take the £10,000, £280 out your bank at the end of the month. So I was like, oh no, we need to turn that off. So I phoned them up, turned that feature off, because I don't want £10,280 coming out my bank to cover this credit card. So they're like, yeah, no worries, all done, won't happen, blah, 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 blah. This morning, I get a text or whatever saying, £10,280 come out your bank. And I'm just like, oh, I hate banks. I hate these, like, institutions that just... So now I'm going to have to phone up and spend, I don't know how long, going back and forth, putting my details in, telling them this, telling them that, and then hopefully, like, you know, all these other payments don't start coming out and bouncing and making it... So... have a good week. I'm going to have a good week. This is just a bad start, and everything's going to go better from here. Right, the other thing I want to do is test the alarm on the yard. So I know it's early, so I've got my finger on the buzzer ready to turn it off. Now, it should, if I pull this door, it should pretty much go off straight away. Yeah. There you go, I've disarmed it. So I literally moved the gate a centimetre and it went off. So all good. Like a little fire alarm check, that, isn't it? Right, let me disarm everything. Okay, you can hear that going in the background going. Right, I'm not sure what's going on with this. So this has been on charge for like 2 days, and it's saying it's only 75%. So I'm going to put this one on it and just... I mean, this was the cricket one that was meant to be, you know, make things a lot easier. Let's see what... I hope this says the battery's full. If this says it's dead, it's like... it's saying the battery's absolutely dead. So that is absolutely useless. There's not even like a button or anything on it. How disappointing is that? It goes to all this effort to put a quick charger button on it. It's annoying, isn't it? So we would have, you know, all the prep work to get this ready for piling, and we'd have gone to start it and it would have been dead. So let's put it on a slow amp charge. There we go, let's do that one. And then it's not due to rain today, however I should put the cover on it as well. That's annoying. Phil's off this morning, he's just texted me, so I'm just waiting on Labby. Labby's always late at the minute. And then let me go and bring some stuff in. So this conveyor belt, I think it's too big for us. Like, we had it going the other day and it's brilliant, but I just don't need to go that high for anything. And I was hoping this would be, so it's similar weight to the other shifters, however it's just long. I just can't see us, I don't know whether we can like customise it or whatever, but really for what we're using it for, we don't really need it. I don't know, I feel like I could probably sell this on and just sort of, you know, take it on the chin as a bit of a, it was a gamble or an experiment or a trial, but it's just too big for what we need it for. Or, you know, I could try and change it so that we get rid of this winch bit on it and just have wheels like that, and then it's sound for obviously what we're using it for extensions and stuff. I don't know, let's see. I need to check as well. I've put it online for sale. What I might do is I might put them online for sale for like a good price, and obviously if anyone wants it, great. If not, then, you know, we'll use it. That I'm not going to fire up yet, but that's going to be on the yard. We'll use that because we've got to do all the bit at the back. It looks proper, like, it looks like a proper bit of kit, like. So I need to charge the battery for that as well and get it all thingied. Again, maybe we could use that one. This one, brilliant, all working well. And then I could do with getting rid of all the rubbish on the yard now. So what I might do is, while I'm here with Labby, I might put the sides back on the tipper and throw all this wood on it. Or we might disconnect that. If it's all wood, it'd be cheaper to get rid of it from Biffa. And then, say that one's brilliant. I need to get videos of these so that I can put them up for rent, basically. And I need to get a video of that so I can sell it. But time. So, yeah, let's get these jobs done first so we can get paid. That's the main thing. But yeah, going through it, like they're all the pipes for the concrete pump. Buckets. One thing I was looking at, like, oh yeah, maybe it's slightly different, isn't it? I was thinking that bucket looks the same as what's actually on the digger. But that's a 400 bucket. And I think that's a 300 maybe. Maybe that's the difference. No, it is. Why did they give me the same bucket? Is that actually the exact same bucket? It's a bit silly, why isn't it? It is, yeah. Why have they sent me? I'm going to check on me things whether I've ordered, because I thought I'd ordered like each size bucket. I have there, look, I've got 200, 300, 400, a spare 400. We've got auger, concrete breaker. I forgot I'd ordered the auger for this, but I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it? And then I've got like a griddle bucket. I think that's a 600. And then we've got a, what's that? 1 metre. 1 metre. And then the biggest bucket we've got, where is it? Lost me buckets. Here. So I've got a tilt bucket. So that's a metre tilt bucket. And then I think this is a 1.3. Yeah, on a 1.2, decent. Looking forward to using that. But let's go and get some jobs done so that I can get ready for. We're going to start my sister's piling tomorrow, I hope. So I need to go and get these other jobs done, but with Phil not in, it's a bit more difficult. Sound. So just on this lovely home renovation. What are you doing today?
Drop ceiling.
That doesn't fit that bad.
Do you see how much I've tucked it under? Come on. Look at that. Get 2 more people in there, mate.
Let me go. Is that front door open?
It's just through there, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it open though?
Yeah.
Sound. I'll go and have a look. And then I think it's those 2 windows. Are they in there?
I don't know, I'm not going up there yet.
I'll go and have a look.
You want to keep the height.
So he wants to keep the height.
So we're obviously going to get...
So it was already boarded?
Only this bit.
Only them 2?
Yeah.
And was it bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see there. But you're not ever going to notice that when you walk in a room.
Probably not, no.
So for what it's going to cost now to like...
I know. Yeah, as Mick was saying, get like the lower points, raise it through, and then probably come down, say 10, 15 mil.
Yeah.
And then just clad onto these with the laser. So obviously we're keeping the height on it.
Yeah. Sound?
And then, yeah, go from there. And then
Done a lot of work to this, hasn't he?
yeah. There's a bit of work you need to do as well, so.
And the windows.
It's not here. Like, there's a little lip on that, but it's in there.
Oh yeah.
You just want to take a new frame.
Yeah, where they took the chimney out.
Yeah. So literally just take that one out, cut it back.
And then just put it in. Has he been here this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, so I've just missed him.
Yeah.
And then he said about windows.
He hasn't mentioned that to me, but obviously people down the group.
Where are they?
I don't know, mate. I haven't looked at the thing.
Is he doing what I did, like keeping all the doors, thinking that like when they're absolutely horrible and spend more time and labour trying to get them back to. Yeah. Yeah, he mentioned about fitting 2 windows as well. I'm guessing those 2.
Yeah.
What Dave was saying about this pillar. Yeah. Oh my god.
Very,
That's been rebuilt as well, you know. You want to put a bit of wood next to that?
you can tell they're not level either.
Yeah, put a bit of wood next to that. Just so people can see. Jesus. Yeah. No wonder he wants us to fit the windows then. Hopefully they fit. Sad. I'll just give us a bit. If he's how long do you reckon this will take? Because I've got a bit on the yard as well, that kitchen to finish. So if he's do manage to finish this and anything else he wants,
Okay.
just there's that kitchen sink on the yard and that needs doing.
Sound.
But yeah,
Right there then, yeah.
well let us know how you get on here. Sounds? I'll see you in a bit.
Cool.
So I'm just on oh god. This is a job I come to see the other day and a couple of issues. One, they've got different tiles so the heights and that don't fit, and look, you can actually see through. Look at that, they've cut that off. Oh wow. So there's just a hole there through to the roof. There's a hole there through to the roof. And they've not done the tiles over the actual bit, so I think they said that this was leaking, so I need to go and get I need to take one of these tiles off and go and get a match for it so that you can see what happens when you don't get the right tile, so it's different thickness. See, I'll have a look what they are actually. Oh my god, I've just done that again. Just talked all through that and didn't even press thingy. So I'm just on this job, and as you can see, these have been done wrong. That one's been cut, so you can actually just see through to the roof there. Look, that's just a hole. There's a hole there as well. That should have been done different. And they've got the wrong tile, so you can see the thickness difference. So you have these huge gaps underneath them now. which will let either animals in or potentially rainwater if it comes on like a directional rain. So I just need to go and take these off and get a match for them. So let's have a look. Let's have a look what makes these wear. Plus, an Alaskan, this is just like not fixed or glued or anything. So what I'll do is I'll take some of these off and we'll get this done today. Shouldn't take too long. Morning. No music on. So, I've got the rods in mine. I'll just go and get. Oh, it's going to be annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting
Where the chimney is. Might have to take the skating board off and do them diagonal there then.
And you want to go to the skating boards? This thing?
So take this board up.
Yeah.
Take like these two boards up and we'll see whether we can get in under and leave them in.
Yeah.
Because basically what we're going to do is, if you pull them up and we can inject sort of underneath there,
Yeah.
and it stops it coming up.
Yeah.
So this can stay on, dry out, and then it just needs sanding and painting. But we'll see. It might need, more work. But it's that one and this wall here, I think. Over here, lab. Yeah, there and there as well. So we might end up... I'll jump on the roof now and have a look, but it might end up that we... But it could be that we do this side,
yeah.
Inject it, put it all back,
Yeah, then do that.
and then do that side, yeah.
You jumped on the roof, it's like maybe 9 tiles.
I'm going to go and have a look now, yeah. Right, so I'm on this roof now. And what you can see is someone's used the wrong nails. So what happens is you use these nails, they get moisture, look, rust, and then just disintegrate. So it doesn't bode well for the rest of the roof, to be honest, because if you're counting now, so this one will have to get changed. So see there, how these work is these will overlap. So the full height of this one covers that gap, so that any water that lies there runs there and there. You see how long that slate's been there for. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 I can see already. So if 10 of them have all done that, that's what's called nail fatigue. In which case, it could be that as soon as we repair this and do it, the next week, the week after, this year, all the rest just start going as well. That's when you have to get a new roof, just because someone's used the wrong nails on your slates. Ooh, but let's get this done, all repaired. This one's pretty easy, and then that'll hopefully stop the leaks they've been getting, because they've been getting a leak there, which, get up here, and you'll be like, oh, I'm not surprised they've been getting a leak, which, wonder where this leak's been coming from. So you can see that's even been repaired, that one already, hasn't it? So these have been repaired and they just slipped again. And then we'll just go around and check the chimney and everything, make sure that there's nothing else getting wet. Sand, never seen that before. What's that stuff? It's like a crack repair stuff, is it? So, Abby's got the floor up now, haven't you? And you know what? I'm surprised it's getting that, because
Yeah, right.
so what I was worried of was these getting damp. But they're bones, right? have a look because I don't want to do. It's quite a big suspended floor to be getting damp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice spiders webs. Yeah, let's take that up now and have a look. So we're just inside on this job, and where they're getting, you know, they were getting damp up to here, say. It's obviously showing signs of rising damp. However, we just took the bits off where it was, and unless it's just because it's definitely not rising because all this is dry. Unless it's just having, obviously we've had a dry spell, haven't we? Whether when it rains it'd be different, but I'm happy that these joists are bone dry. Like, absolutely no. That was the bit I was worried about. But what we'll do is we'll pull this off and we'll just insulate and board it to that height, and it's done then. You know, nothing's going to come through. Whatever it is, maybe I'm thinking it can't be. It can't be. That's obviously from the roof, and then they seem to have just an issue in this house, but it just doesn't make sense that they've got an extractor fan on. Not very good, but I think that is coming from. Yeah, but that's not, is it? That could be a leak on this roof actually that I'll have a look at now. I think it's just I think it's just condensation, isn't it? Look. Maybe better upgrading the fan. Let's go outside and feel that fan. What's out there? But what's your phone? The lights on. Let's feel this fan. I mean, that is absolutely, it's not even blowing enough to lift these up. So that's one thing that we'll swap that fan, because I can't really, that is doing absolutely nothing. So I'll take that off, put a new one on. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with that one. How weird's that? I see one growing out the gap between the sandstone and the. Let's see if I can pull this root out with it. Yeah, come on, Andy. Get the rest of it. There you go. That won't be going back anytime soon. Have that one for free. And then I was just going to have a look on this roof now to see if there's any obvious leaks. The last time I come, you can see they're getting bits here, look. Which that looks to me like, but I see all that's wet. So I just think it's coming down from the roof, but there's nothing there, is there?
No.
It's very weird, this one, isn't it? Trying to think what else it could. And you've had the window. Someone's repointed it. Or should I say rendered it?
I think it's because of the condensation, because it's in the enclosed place, and the heat and because of the cold.
Yeah, but not here.
Yeah.
That looks like it's coming from the window, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that could be. One thing they were saying was that, especially if the window falls that way, was that any condensation that falls in here comes down and lands there. So what we'll do is we'll put a bit of silicone there, because it could be that it's just the condensation going to the corner of the thing and drip it in, but it wouldn't cause all that. So well, let's do the roof and we'll try that bit, because there's nothing else really obvious that would be causing it. Yeah, we'll have to see, but I can see I'd done it the other day and it was soaking wet. It's dried now. Maybe it is. Maybe it could be the roof coming down and just trickling down behind the wall. I mean, it's all dry now, but when I come the other day, it was wet after the rain. So, all right, let's do the roof and then we'll do that bottom bit, and then at least we can guarantee it. It'll be all right then, can't we? Looks that one looks good. Look, and is that the Marley?
It's a Marley.
Yeah, see if you can see if that'll be any better than that.
That's it, isn't it?
Do you know what it locks in better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just put that one on this side. Yeah, there's less of a gap on that, isn't there? So I'll just get 10 of them if I can, please.
Put them off and see that.
Cheers. Hey, you know it's a good match when I didn't know which one I was picking up. Which one did I bring? So I've just come to Chestnuts, as you've seen, to get a match for these tiles rather than the little skinny ones that they had on that's been causing the roof to leak. Oh, well, probably because they've not cut them right as well. So the only way for us to guarantee that this isn't going to come through again is to obviously board that section of the wall. So what I'm going to do is take the switches off. We're going to foam moisture resistant plasterboard on, and then we'll just joint and taint that, and then I'll either put a trim on or yeah, we'll see, or we'll put like a L bracket on, I was thinking, on top, and almost make it look like some sort of panelling. But the only bit we're not sure on is this radiator bit, so we're going to get this side done, put the floor back, put the carpet back, put the skirting back, and then we'll move everything on this side over. So this is the bit where last time, I think Ronnie and Phil, I've done it in the past, where just take these off. Don't try and be lazy and do it without taking these off, because you'll just create more problems. So all I've done is take them off, measure it. I'm going to try and keep this little sliver in, but whether it stays in or not, I don't know. And then just get your multi-tool. I've got a bit that fits on that does these two, but we'll cut them out. And I forgot to go. But look, we'll get that on now. Give that a good shake, lab. Because when you get foam, always give it a shake. Mixes the liquid up inside. And what we'll do now is we'll pull this back, foam all the back, foam the board, so that there's nowhere for it to transfer moisture from the plasterboard to the other plasterboard. So we're going to be like basically double layering this, so nothing's going to come through. It'll insulate it better as well, so we're less likely to get condensation and what's the word? Damp from them washing the clothes basically and putting them next to the wall. That's why we've gone for moisture resistant board as well. Basically, all you've got to do is pull them through on a diag, so they'll fit in on a diag. So this bit's actually smaller than the opening, but on a diag, it's like when you're doing wallpaper, you'll do the same. You'll cut a hole, feed it through, and then put them back. So you'll feed them through on a diag, but I'm just going to foam back of them now. So tilt this back, we'll foam it, and then I'll pull them through like that. Sounds. So I was just telling Labby that normally we'll get a full coverage, and you'll probably use about a can per full plasterboard. You don't want to sort of scrimp on this because that's one of your damp proof barriers, and also your adhesive as well. So we do is leave that on, leave it to go a bit tacky, and then we'll press that against the wall. And but if you don't want to do it too early, because sometimes you can put the foam on, push it on too early, and basically the foam becomes like 1 mil or whatever. We want to sort of have it off the wall, but obviously still stuck to it. And if you want, you can also put some on the wall as well. Like you'd do a tile, and you'd do the floor or wall and the tile, and that way you're getting a solid connection. Right, there we go. So we've got a good 10 mil between the board and the wall for damp proofing, and we've got the sockets out where they should be now, and I've even managed to get that bit in. So little 5 minutes of doing that saves you an hour, and the quality of the job is 10 times better. So what we'll do now, lab, is we'll just measure that board, and we'll cut that. And what we're going to do on this one is, because we're foaming them on, there's no holes or anything, so we can just tape the joint. So I've got a thin scrim tape. Let me show you. So ultra thin joint tape. So we'll be able to put this on, and we'll get a jointing compound, and we should obviously have this all done today then. Fingers crossed. And then it's just, I wasn't sure on how the depth, so I didn't want to get the trim yet, and then we'll just put a trim across here, like an L bracket or something maybe. So we get this bit, that bit done now, and then we'll move this over and do the back of that couch. I might have to drain the system and take that rad off, we'll see. So we've got the other piece on now, and Labby's just putting, here, go on. Just don't go too far where you push it off the wall, if that makes sense. That'll do. And we just screw, and then put another 2, so get one at the bottom, one in the middle, as many as you can on that. And then this will just get the level on that, make sure it's there we go. And you'll see in a minute that'll go nice, and then we'll maybe cut those panels and fit them in that bit. It'll look a bit better. Random, there was 3 of them in there behind the telly. It didn't look a bit. That's timber, so what we'll do now is we'll put there, here, and then, like I say, the last wall we've got to do is that. See if we can get this done. Get these boards on and then go for lunch. Right, so a bit of surgery there to get around the windowsill, but I think we've done a good job there, haven't we? And then what we're going to do now is obviously we'll board the inside of that as well, so it's all the same. Right, let's get that one on, and then do them sides, and we can go for lunch, come back, and you can joint and fill that whilst I do the roof. Right, so what we've done is we've just measured from the board up to the ceiling, and we've cut these now to fit in there, so the telly will have like that background still, and we've got a couple of offcuts, but it wouldn't be enough to. I was thinking whether we could do like that whole wall. It'd be nice if it was done in it, but let's try and get this done. We'll get this on and then finish, and then we'll come back, do the skirting, joint it, and then I'll do the roof. And then I've got all these other jobs that I've got to try and get to this afternoon, but they're looking less and less likely now. Right, there we go. Looks alright, doesn't it? Let's get it zoomed out. And then have we got any white? I think we've got white paint on the yard. So the only bit we've got to fill now is that join. Everything else can just be painted. So we're going to fill the tops and that join now. It says it takes 60 minutes to go off. So if we try and do that now and then go for lunch. And we'll put the telly back on, and then I'll come and this afternoon I'll paint. I'll go and get the paint. We can get that painted, couldn't we? And then it's just...
That's good.
Yeah, we've got to do the other bit, haven't we?
Take out the radiator as well.
Yeah, we've got to do this bit. Okay. Why is that on? It's roasting today. Sound. Alright, I'll get these skating boards on. Do you want to start mixing the filler? Yeah. Have a look in my van for a bucket. You got my keys? Yeah. So, I've just pinned the skating boards back on. Labby's jointing that and just finishing the tops off. And I say this afternoon we'll come back and paint it. And we're still on the same morning, by the way. We'll hopefully get this done today. Yeah, so. Right, there we go. Just in time for, you've got to pray, have you? 1:30.
Yeah.
And one thing, always check underneath your sills. So, as you can see, it's all ready for painting. We've even corked all the joints, so when that goes off, we'll come back, sand that, cork the top, and there we go. That's how you damp proof in the morning. This is why the jobs go over budget, Labby, because I price them as if I'm on them. But I think we know why as well, that they're getting moisture in that in the bathroom. So up there, because in the time it took us to do this, that girl had a shower the whole time.
Yeah.
Like she just had a shower for like over an hour. More. So, let's see if I could see something blocking that then, no? I'm going to go and swap that fan for a stronger one. But yeah, sound. Let's let that dry and then we'll come back and I'll grab an angle bead. And what else? The only thing is, how are we going to finish the top of the angle bead? We'll have to maybe fill on top of it again. Right, let's go. Right, I am just, Labby's gone for lunch. However, I've got my simmer eats, and what I've been doing is, if I get like this situation where I'm in now and I think, I'll just grab something, then I end up wasting a meal. I end up with the week with like 2-3 meals that I've paid for that have gone out of date and bidding, so I need to try and make sure that I get time to go home and do that. So what I might do is, I've just had a call in from Alexander Steele, which is just around the corner, and he said that they're having a problem with the drains, so I'm just going to call in now and see if I can rod it for them. What's that? And then we're going to go back and maybe do the other side of the damp proof, and maybe I'll go and get the paint from the yard, and I don't know, I need to go and pick up trims as well. Literally, I do assign myself too many jobs in the day. I should really get that roof done on there and just push the other jobs back, but I'm trying to get to my sister's extension tomorrow. That's looking unlikely now, unless I can get Mick and Scott to do the other jobs. Right, let's see what is up with these drains. So I thought it was a rodding job. Hey, turns out they want the whole new main renewing on the yard. So they've started doing this, and they've had someone else. You can see there's water resting in that. So it comes, they want to renew from the toilet to here, but from here it goes that way, goes up and down, and then it does like a right angle and comes back to this. This is the main here. So this is the main they've got, that's their main stop tap. So this would have been obviously the street. It looks like they've bought the street. But a couple of things, so you've got this pipe now, comes from their container office, but it just drops in, so you can see all stuff just sat there. And I said what they want to do is they want to angle that in so it goes with the flow. So the main points that way. It's quite deep. And that pipe now that's dripping, that's the one from the current toilet. So as you can see, it comes this way, drops in. So I'm surprised they haven't had more blockages here, because everything's just dropping in and landing there. And there's nothing, the old main that way, that's, no one uses that anymore. So it's only their waste that's coming from here that way. So what I'm suggesting is that we tap into this pipe with branches and connect them up. And we put an elbow at the bottom. So everything that comes in gets like forced towards the main, not just drops in and settles. I don't know if you can see this, look. Oh yeah, that won't zoom in too much yet. But that's what's happening, it's just dropping in and just settling. First time we can use the breaker on the digger. So what they want is, I've just put my camera down then, sorry. So what they want is to go from that toilet straight to here with the shortest route possible, breaking the concrete up. So we'll get the petrol whizzers, whiz it out, bring my new digger in, peck it, and then run a new drain into here with the right falls. It's just when we can do it. Obviously they want to do it as soon as, because it's getting in the way of the yard. So I'll see if I can get Phil and Labby on here with the petrol saws and the water and break it out, and then I'll come for the day with the digger and peck it out, or see if they can use the normal. Now we'll use what we've got. Makes sense, doesn't it? And then the digger should be able to just pull it up then. Right, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna push my sister's extension back and we'll get those drains in. Mainly because I just feel like it's fate that job's popped up that needs a big concrete breaker on a digger. And I just think, yeah, come on, let's get that digger working soon as. It'd just be a nice feeling to go put it straight to work. And also to see, you know, how good the pecker is on it. So I'll get Phil and Labby on that tomorrow morning with the whizzers, whilst I set the digger up and get the pecker connected. And I don't know whether I'm going to have to swap it for quick hitch connections, because we've got the pecker and the auger on it, or whether I just use the connections that are there and just, you know, undo the spanner each time that we... I'll try and get the quick hitch if I can. There's that place in Witness that should have them. I'll check. I might even sort of hook the digger up and take it on the trailer there. Although I need to weld a plate on the trailer for the digger arm for now. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the yard now. I've just got the pole that Ronnie's away. Yeah, cool car, isn't it? And just all the jobs are getting pushed back at the minute because I ended up saying, let's try and get that job done so that we can start this one tomorrow, and then maybe start my sister's the next day or the day after. I just had a funny realisation, a funny little moment where I've just left Alexander Steele, drove so I'm going home to have my simmer eats, and I drive past the job and I'm like, oh, I meant to go there today and do a fire alarm test, and I was like, oh, we'll have to try and do it after this. And then I just come round the corner and I was like, oh, I've got a pump here that I meant to fit on a job that we've just drove past. And then I was like, oh, and we've got to go. Just like, there's literally so many jobs that like I've got to do, and I've sort of like said I'm going to do them all, and there's just not enough hours in the day. It's a good thing though. It's just like, I just had a little funny realisation that, oh yeah, like every road I'm driving down at the minute, I'm like, oh, we've got to do that. Oh yeah, I've quoted that. Oh, I've got to do this, that. Just told Labby to meet me at the yard because we're gonna, while I have the lunch, and I've got to unload some stuff off this van. So I've just picked up the handrail that we couldn't get the other day for Ronnie, who's not here, but at least I can have it on the yard ready. And I need to try and go to Norton Scrap, so I'm going to connect the trailer up and see if I can go today and get that and the MIG welder, and then when Ronnie comes back we'll have hopefully a 3-phase MIG welder, the handrail, everything he needs to get going, and we'll have the piling thing. I can have like put everything on the trailer ready for my sisters. No, can't, because I need that trailer for the digger. I'll replan this. Alright, so I've just brought the yard, because I've been to Alexander, he gave me the piece off that Ronnie ordered, the handrail. You got that? And while we're here, oh, so I thought I'd come to the yard, stop that off, because I've just been to mine to have my simmer eats. And while we're here, we're gonna tidy up all the wood. So we got a lot of wood from the, feels like half the container was metal and half of it was wood. What is that catching on? So we're just gonna throw all this on and just get it looking a bit tidier, and then that's a beast, isn't it? Oh, and then I can have a look at ordering the quick hitch for this. I'm sure I asked them for quick hitch, however that's not quick hitch. But if it works for now, and then I can sort the quick hitch out on them. Or I might take them and sort the quick hitch out, because it's there to this one, isn't it? That's just got a blank in it. Sound? So while we're on the yard, I thought it'd be a good idea to do this. However, someone's lost the pins now, or I need to put in the group and find out where they are. Luckily, I've got some of these spare on my van in case I was ever going along and they didn't, you know, one popped off. But what we're doing is just, I wanted to get it into the frame, didn't I? But I'm not going to be able to, so if we can get them into that. At least I know they're not going to go missing now. Right, let's try and get the other bit off. Right, we spent longer on the yard than I thought, didn't we? So we're not going to get back to that other job. So what we come to is this one. I've got the tiles in Chestnut this morning, so we're going to swap all these. Basically going to get the roof window watertight and swap out all the skinny ones. They weren't even nailed in. So they're not only have they cut them to keep the nail holes, they haven't put the nail holes in, so it was pretty pointless doing it. Right, I'm going to get up, take these ones off now, and then Labby's going to pass the tiles up, and we'll see how we get on, see if we can get this done in half an hour.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully we've got enough tiles now. Labby's just found a few in the garden, but I just need to, when they've done the battens on this, obviously it kicks up a little bit, so what I'm going to do is just try and prise the battens up a bit so that we lose a bit of that angle. But as you can see, it's better than it was before. And what we do is we just silicone this bit, and yeah, put some on there as well. Put that in. Just put it in that line there. Yeah, not too. That'll do. And we'll get these ones in, and then how annoying, we just got to cut these ones like, you know, 2 centimeters bigger, so you don't see that. And then they've not put the flashing on properly over there, so I'll have to pull them ones off and redo that. Wasn't quite half an hour, was it? Right, all done. As you can see, we've got the line here, the line at the back, the line down the side, and all this bit's done properly. You haven't got the kinks as much in them because they're a similar size tile. Right. Oh my god, that got so, you can see how many times I slipped. Right, all these need to go down now, don't they? And we're done. Wow. Tuesday morning, and don't expect to travel anywhere in Liverpool between 8 and 9 a.m. because it's just absolute gridlock. It took me ages the other day when I met Labby at the yard, and I've just done it again now. I met Labby at the yard. Paul's just picked up the tipper for a new job that they're starting, a bathroom rip out. Right, me and Labby yesterday got distracted on the yard doing this, that and that. We are meant to be going today to do the drains on Alexander Steel. However, Phil's off, so I thought, right, let's get this damp proof job done and the roof done, and then we can look at the drains, or I've got to pick up the weight from my mate's yard. So that's the plan, get these drains boxed off. I'm going to jump on the roof, and then we'll go to Norton Scrap and pick up the weights. We'll have to go back and grab the trailer. But yeah, that is the plan. So next video will be us sorting the damp proof out and the slates on the roof. I hate slates. Don't get slates on your house. Alright, so we're back on this job. That bit's all done. We're just going to do this wall now. So it's only really showing signs there, isn't it? But we'll do all that so that it looks the same. And luckily on this one we've got quite a big arc, quite a thick one. What we've had to do is we've just turned the valves off. Now sometimes these don't actually work and then it's a bit more of a job. However, these ones are okay. So we turned them off, took the rad off, disconnected it, and we just flipped it upside down. So at the moment that's full of water and we only had like a little bit come out, which is good. What we're going to do now is take this skirting off, and because we are obviously bringing the wall out 20-30 mil, I'm just going to cut a line here for these rad pipes to come out, because they've got a bit of flex on them. So I'll do that now, and then hopefully be able to get this skirting board off and reuse it. It was actually harder to get that off than I thought, wasn't it? To get that skirting off.
Yeah.
Someone's used like monster size screws.
It's blood as well.
And this wall is like damp, isn't it? Like literally as soon as you look at that. It's just weird the way it's got that right next to the radiator, because you'd expect it to be like we get a full board in here and a cut, and then that'll be it for where we're doing in this room. And we're gonna go and get some stain block for that, because hopefully when we fix the roof that issue will stop. And then we get the paint sprayer. I think Phil's got it in the van. Right, let's get this board on. Oh, and you can see where I've cut these pipes to come out to adjust for obviously the wall that we're going to do now. Sound? So Labby's just prepping this board. So we want to get like total coverage on this, so there's no transfer of moisture from the walls to the board. And then we'll put some on the wall and dab that on, then gives that a chance to expand.
The wall as well?
Yeah. Sound? Right, Labby, you get that one, and we'll have to go behind the back of the rad pipes, won't we? Ready? Yeah, you drop it down. And then just kick the bottom in. Nice. Yeah. Then we'll put a little bead there. Sound? Do you want to measure and cut that piece?
Yep.
Right, on this roof now, and stuff like this tile needs to come out because that is a hole into the roof. So that's how these work. So what you gotta do is horrible slates, especially when someone's tried to repair them. No, I'm not getting anything underneath that one. Yeah. So what you got to do is slide that under, and now I'm behind the back of the nail, and I've just got to go up and down until that nail comes out really, and then the same the other side. What's that? I'm not sure what that is. There we go. So you pull the nails out, and then see what it does. It basically bends or snaps the head off the nail. And then you're free to, like that, look. Put that in and then clean all them up at once. So we'll swap that nail on that one as well. And then all we do then is, so you can see the nail holes here and there. So we put a nail hole there with a little clip in, a copper clip, so it doesn't rust. And then we use galvanised, either a copper nail or we've got galvanised clout nails. What we do is nail that and then slide the slate in and bend that up. I'll show you now. So you can see like that, and then get this the right way up. Like that, and then fold that up. There we go. And then you'll be able to see, that's when you know someone's repaired the roof in the past. Oh, right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, let's get up and do them. So here's an example of where someone's put the wrong size slate in. So this one needs coming out, and that one. So someone's basically got a 600 by 300 and man tried to just squeeze it in rather than getting the right size. So those two have got to come out, and we'll get the right size ones in. So what I'm doing is I'm just coming up now. Just have to take my shoes off because I was slipping. I don't know what's up with the grip on the bottom of them. I need to grind some lines into them. But yeah, I'm going to try and get everywhere, the straps in everywhere, and then I can come back up with the slates and just slide them all in and get them, hopefully get this roof watertight. I got some of them done and I've conceded now. I'm going to have to go and get, as I've been pulling them out, all the dust has gone on the other slates, and it's not safe walking on them, so I'm going to have to go and get my ladder and send my ladder up. I forgot my black ladder with the rings on. Otherwise the cat ladder's on the yard, so maybe I can get my normal ladder and just rest my normal ladder here, tie it to the scaff, and you know, be able to walk up and fix them. That's what I'm thinking. But always the way with slates, that's why I bought more than I needed, because you'll always, as soon as you go up there, so I've just gone up there then, and as I pulled one out, the one above it was damaged behind or whatever, or as you're pulling them out, you'll see that one there needs swapping as well. So yeah, there's normally probably 50% more than you need is what you're best getting, because even when you're just walking over some of them, they'll crack and stuff and you'll end up having to swap them. That's why I hate slates. Just when I thought I was all done. So before we seen they had the bigger tile. There we go. sorted that out now, so they're all overlapping nice, fit in. Done these ones, and I thought I was all done then, and then I just noticed that one. Let's get the ladder over that side, and then I've got these 3 tiles, although I took that one off because it had to split down the middle, so I thought that one's no good. Let's get one more tile done and then I'm off. Oh, right, I am, last little bit. Now, some of you won't like easy lead. It's not the same as flash band. This one's actually got metal. So it's got like 1 mil of aluminium, and then it's got like the stickiest black, you know. So what I've done is, I've, you know, well, it was quite loose actually, so I've done it with my Stanley knife. So Stanley knife that out, and what you've got to do is basically, you can do it different ways. On slates you can do individually. So this one I've left the original one in, so the bottom bit wasn't actually that bad. However, what I've done is I've run a continuous one up, and then I've overlapped each one of these over, and each one of these overlaps the next one. And then what I've done is I've rolled up some of the black, some of this stuff backwards, so it's sticky, and put it into the mortar line, because that's 10 mil. So I've tapped that in, and then to finish it off I've put some CT1. So I can pretty much guarantee that no water is going to come through that. Doesn't matter how directional or how strong it is. And it also holds these in, whereas the old leads don't. Makes it a bit difficult to swap them, say if this one breaks or this one, but yeah, I suppose if you did that you could sort of bring the flashing out a bit and thingy, but right, I am done on this roof now, so I can't wait to get off because I hate slate roofs, in case I haven't mentioned that. And we're going to go to, well, let's see how Labby's getting on downstairs, see if we can paint this job. And then all we've got left is to drop the scaffold at the back of here now. Oh, and swap the extractor fan and something else. Let me go and check. I don't think I've ever seen a job where there's 20 bags of dog poo in it, in the gutters. How weird's that? Right, I'm just going to get everything down now and maybe start dropping the scaff just on a stillage maybe, and then we can just do you know why there's so much dog poo in the roof? Yeah, there's about 20 bags of dog poo on this gutter. I'll clear it out, but it's random, isn't it? Yeah. But it's weird the way someone will pick it up and then throw the bag. All right, so I'm just in the bathroom and I've just fitted the new fan. So I'm just about to turn it on and see. It's meant to be more powerful than the other one. I'm gonna go outside now and see if I can feel it. I had to break some of the bricks away, so I don't know what. The thing is, I don't understand how it was spinning, but it just wasn't. Oh yeah, you can feel that now. There's the little. And clip these back in now. And it should. Oh yeah, you can see the dust on them. So it was working at some point. And cut these back in and hopefully be able to see them blowing. Right, I'm just leaving my mate's scrapyard, but bit of a disappointing one because he sent me a picture of these weights and they were like thick steel tubes, and I thought, oh, that's good. And he said, oh, I've got ones here filled with concrete. And I was on my way here thinking, oh, like, do you reckon they're going to be too heavy? And then when he said it, I pulled up and there was like 2 fellas just carrying it, and I was like, oh. And when I looked at it and I went, oh, like, what do you think that weighs? And they were like, oh, about 80 kilograms. And I was like, it's not really enough, is it? You want one that like we're gonna like literally it's got to be at least what the pneumatic ones are, the moles, which they're, I don't know what they are, I think they're like 100, 110. But yeah, and then he also had a MIG welder that he said, I think we've got a MIG welder spare in the yard that we don't use that we can have. So I've just been there to pick that one up. And then when I got there, they were like, oh, it's got no earth wire, no power, and they're not sure like what actually powers it, generator this. And I was like, oh, you know, he said, I'll just leave it for now, I'll get back. So I was trying to get a nice MIG welder for Ronnie so that he can do these stairs and some other bits, you know, quicker rather than using the sticks. He hasn't got to keep reloading. Just going past Everton's ground there. Looks massive now. See if we can turn that while I'm at the lights. Look at that. There's Everton's ground. But yeah, just missed like, it's 3 o'clock now, so I'm gonna get back there and have like an hour to sort of hang the rad, and I just need to try and get that job finished. All these jobs, like the lads are all like, oh yeah, it just runs in tomorrow, but for me, like running in tomorrow's like, you're talking hundreds of pounds, like depending on how many lads we have on that job. And I was meant to do, yeah, nothing's getting done at the minute. And I feel like I've just wasted my trip there to go and get an 80 kilogram weight that I might end up buying one off Alexander Steel, see if they've got something like a bit more 150 mil, and we can fill that with concrete. It's like to take an easy. Right, back to this damp job and roof job. And hopefully Labby's painted it a few times and it's all sanded it and it's all looking good, and it's not another day, oh we'll come back tomorrow, no, we don't want to come back tomorrow. Right, I'm back on this job that we're trying to get done. I've just put the longer screws in to the sockets because obviously we've brought it off the wall. However, we haven't painted this. You can see we've got it all nicely painted and they go on nice now. So I've just got that one to do. Just going to give Labby a hand putting the skating board on. Behind the, ready? Watch the wall. You on?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Go on. I'm in. Push that in and then we'll pin it. Nice. And then we can cork that. Ah, nearly there, isn't it? Well, a couple of bits, isn't it? I've got to cut the carpet. I've got to sand this bit because we started painting it without sanding it properly. And then Labby's put the telly as far as he can where it plugs in. However, I just said that would annoy the hell out of me, so I just spoke to them and they said, yeah, put it in the middle and we'll just get a little extension lead. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then they want us to stain block that. So hopefully now it's not. So although I wanted to try and get this done today, I've probably wasted half the day going to try and get that weight for the piling machine. But hey, tell you what, I'd do that again with you. Like board them without plastering. Like that looks sound, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, just need to get, as long as we sand that and sand it properly,
Yeah.
when you paint it, it's spot on, isn't it? A lot quicker as well.
Yeah.
And less mess. So yeah, there you go, damp proofed in what, 2 days? Well,
Yeah.
not full day. Is it 3?
No, 4, yeah.
4?
We started, yeah, it's only 3.
2? We only started damp. Oh, and 3 days, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. But it would have been done. It would have been done today if I didn't mess around with the weight. But yeah, we'll get some stain block for that, and we'll sand that tomorrow. give everywhere another coat, and I'll cut that, and then we'll drop the scaffolding.
Alright, sounds great. We'll do that now.
Just for information, calls getting recorded for training and monitoring purposes. Could you please confirm a line of your address and postcode?
For which one?
Sorry?
Which address? I've got a few.
So, yeah, this is for the supply address with postcode and SEPI.
6. Oh, we sold that. We sold that house.
Sold that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
No
Thank you
worries.
for letting me know.
Thank you. Bye bye. I get them calls all the time, and like literally all I do when I get them calls and it's off a number, I just Google it, and it comes 9 times out of 10 it comes up with a utility scam. But yeah, I'm just on a call out swapping the inside to this because it's not flushing at the minute, or it's not filling, or it's filling and just running out. I'm knackered and I can't be arsed taking this whole toilet apart. However, I've got no idea what that bracket is at the back, so oh great. Oh, I'm gonna have to try and get my spanner in there. I have got another spanner that does this in my van, but I reckon I can do it without it. Right, I've got that off, and I couldn't find the bolt for that one, and it's because it was snapped off. So someone's just like siliconed it on. But we're going to swap the filler. So this one that comes with the metal is because most people over tighten them. So don't buy a filler. So a filling loop is that's a filling loop. So water comes in, as it gets so high it turns off. However, that one looks quite as old as, where's that rubber just gone? As old as the other one, so what we'll do is we'll swap that as well. I bought a pack, you can buy these individual, but the pack was reasonable, so, and then I've undone these now, so they should come out. Although, ooh, you don't get them with this, do you? You get them with the toilet, so they're gonna have to stay in. I'm gonna have to use that one. Right, let me get this. Oh, don't say that, don't. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've come in the trailer with that weight on, so the only place I can park is at the very bottom of the road, and this house number like 90 something, so. Oh, I'm gonna try and grip it with a towel now. Oh, over there. The hell is that off? That'll be off that rubber. Right, it's after 6 and I'm absolutely knackered. I'm not on the ball today. I haven't been very good filming, so apologies. And yeah, I feel like this afternoon's just gone to pot. And I bet you YouTube's gonna copyright me episode after that. The last 3 episodes have all been copyrighted. Oh yeah, I didn't realise Emperor had one there. Right, hopefully tomorrow is a better day. What day is it?
Wednesday.
You're like Eric Cantona, would you call it up?
I just do it before the sun and I just forgot it to put it back.
Right, let's see if Labby can unhook the trailer. Good start. Yeah, don't forget that. And it's gonna be alright. So it goes in, pulls out. So you gotta twist it.
Yeah.
You got it in.
Yeah.
Pull out and then lift that up. That out and up, yeah. You got it up?
Yep.
So I can take that key away now. What can I? I can't get the key out now. Yeah. What's going on? There you go. What have you forgot?
You forgot something?
Handbrake, and what else? Well, that'll be alright now, but what else? The lights.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Hopefully this car's not coming this way. Yeah, we're alright. Right, you're off. Sound? And then what we'll do is we'll take the handbrake off and me and you'll just push it into place.
Yeah.
And then I'll jump up, check this roof last time. And then you and Paul can start taking the scaff down and put it on here, okay?
Yep.
And I'll go to this other job and then I'll come back and grab this, we'll take it to the yard and we'll go to the next job.
Alright, thanks.
Right, so, I'm going to be honest, I've done this roof yesterday and I thought, oh yeah, everything's fine. And then I was thinking about this tile here, thinking if it's not thingied enough, and the water seems to be on this wall, running down on the inside. So I thought, well, we've got the scaffolding up and we've got tile slates that we can take off like this. It'd be stupid of me not to check. So hopefully I don't break any others, but Labby, that's it. Just stack them on there, don't break them. It'd be stupid of me not to check this area and just see if I can figure out where the damaged or where the water's getting in. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, all these slates and that are all done it, and then I thought, well, there's no felt. So in my head I was thinking, oh, it's hitting the felt and running down, and the felt's hitting this, and that's what's causing it. However, when I thought about it last night, I thought it's actually got no felt, so that rules out that theory. So what I'm going to do is take these few tiles off here, slates, and I'll be able to see what's going on here. And I'm now thinking, you know, maybe there's something else here that's getting in and wetting that wall. But yeah, let's let's have a look. So I'm happy with that. It's got flashing underneath that, another flashing there. This all seems dry. There's no signs of water there, which is good. So do you know what, sometimes you want like a nice clear obvious reason that the wall's getting wet, but I just can't. Obviously the roof needed fixing anyway, but I can't see any reason why how it's been getting in or anything, because all this looks fine. So I'll put them back now, and I'm going to swap that little skinny one we had. So one slate left yesterday. So I've redone all that, and as you can see I've swapped that skinnier one. So the only other thing I've got now is whether this gutter slopes that way, and whether when it's raining it's coming out this gutter and trickling down this wall. So I'm just going to try and just pour that in slow, lab. But just pour it in here slowly. I just want to see whether it runs this way, which way it runs. Wait, stop. Go on in again. Go on, keep going until it's... And what we want to see is whether anything's coming out of this joint. Go on, keep going. It doesn't help that there's a big lump there, does it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a little leak on the gutter anyway. Well, we'll try and seal that then with OB1 before we go, yeah? Yeah. so let's seal that. But
Even underneath the gutters are a bit happy.
they're not getting it anywhere else other than there. Like literally this corner here. So that one's alright, isn't it? I was just wondering whether it's when it's like heavy rain, whether it's... We got the blower on all this as well. There's no holes in the back of it or anything, no? No, it's weird that, isn't it? Hopefully. Like I say, I just wanted to find something concrete to go, to that. It's dead obvious, whereas I don't really know now. Even there's a vent in the other side of this chimney stack, which, because the only other thing then is this flue. But that is the only other thing. It could be the boiler then, isn't it?
That's the thing, the mortar underneath the boiler all looks darkened compared to what's above it.
Yeah. Alright, we'll have another little look, but let's brush this water out, and I'll give you the OB1 and we'll get that sealed. And then at least, how many tiles have I done? There was a few filled with the things anyways, but I used 10 clips and then that, and I had to redo the flashing, so it needed doing anyway, didn't it? Sound. The last one is just going to throw this and just check that nothing comes down the back of the chimney. Well, thanks for watching. I'm having to split these videos up into two because, yeah, I'm probably filming too much this week. I think I've had three and a half hours of footage to edit, so I've tried to split it up into two smaller size episodes. So yeah, I'm currently editing the next video. So yeah, stay tuned for the second half of this week, and thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, like and comment, and share it with your friends and family. And yeah, let's try and ignore the stupid comments from some of the neighbours.